I feel incredibly honored to share the stage with you guys, and I felt a lot of emotion, so I don't know what my face is looking like right now, but I had to leave the room for a moment, and then y'all made me laugh, y'all made me cry. It was great. So I'm really excited to be the 10th and final poet of the night, because I just want to remind you guys why we're actually here, and this poem is called 10 Steps to a 10. 1. Time is never on your side, in a poem or in real life. You've got 3 minutes to make 5 strangers feel something profound. 2. Your poem is not an a cappella pop song. You do not have time for 3 choruses and a bridge, so ditch the repetitive lyrics and switch to plot building. 3. Your poem is your story. Be honest. 4. Paint a picture. I don't care that you draw stick-figure people or that your horses look like a crime scene for the homicide of a potato, because mine do too. Poetry is a collage, so 5, you gotta steal. All art is theft, and poetry is hidden in plain sight. Gather your friends and assign them roles. Eyes will be in charge of lookout in case any poems stroll on by. Pen and pencil will be your shooters. Make sure they're loaded. Notebook will shove the poetry into a bag and carry it back to phone. You see, everyone thought phone was a useless friend to include, but no, phone is the transporter. Phone can fit into small spaces. Notebook needs an extra vehicle. And left hand? Well, left hand will make sure you're fed while right hand executes the heist. 6, come up with a rhyme for 6. 7, you gotta play with the English language. Don't be scared of it. Some say you have to be friends with it. I say you have to wrap the language around your finger and make it dance for you. Your words should be tapping its feet like rumbling thunder, just one tap dance away from leaping off the page. So ecstatic, paper can't hold it back. And when your poem gets on stage 8, you gotta spit straight fire. But it's gotta be purposeful fire. It can't be a forest fire lit by the heat of the moment. It's gotta be a campfire, warm and inviting others to join you in enlightenment. 9, hate speech is not tolerated. Swearing will lose you points. So drop your truth bombs, but always spell check to make sure there are no civilian casualties. They say the pen is mightier than the sword, but I don't believe words should start a war. I think you should start a movement. You see, poetry is not a sport, and your audience is not fair game. If you make poetry out of hate and shoot those arrows at the mic, you're missing the mark. 10, it's all biased. Even if you follow the last 9 steps to a T, you are not guaranteed a 10. 10. Numbers are as arbitrary as words. They're only as powerful as you make them. 10. My mother says my poetry makes her laugh, so you can shove your score up your 10. Remember that we do not perform poetry to receive marks. We perform to make our own. 10. As long as your heart is beating and your lungs are breathing and your mind is thinking, you are alive. In the wise and paraphrase words of Shakespeare, so long as you live, there will be poetry. Find it and share it with me. Thank you.